have fairness to those people and consciousness of where they're living and how they're living and how our decisions are going to affect them. So I like to think I have a good handle on all those things and that I'm willing to put the effort into it. So I thank you for allowing me to be here tonight.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to say, as did I think Rich and Rodney, that it has been a great privilege for me to serve on the council. I know that Councilman Harhay has often said it's the best job he ever had. I'm not going to go so far as to say that. But I really enjoyed and loved my career working as a social worker and as an administrator in social work. And I really loved that job. And being a councilwoman, I felt that I had a skill set and experience that would lend itself very well to this kind of a job because I had management experience and certainly experience in working with people. And so I thought it was a good fit for me. In addition to the fact, I just wanted to serve my community. I was one of those people who was complaining, and I remember the moments so clearly in my mind when I was upset about something and I thought, man, we ought to just move. And I thought, why in the world would I do that? I love Boulder City. If I don't like what's going on in our government, then I need to step up to the plate and see if I can make a change in our town. So that was the decision when I decided to run for city council. And I agree with Rich, it's a huge learning curve. I have loved at my age learning so many new things, things I never dreamed I'd be learning about. And so that part of it I have loved. I have loved meeting new people in all different kinds of positions and backgrounds and experience. So it has really broadened my life, and I'm very grateful for that. I think it's very important to understand, and I hadn't planned on talking about utility rates, but I think I need to respond to that because that was a very difficult decision for us as a council. And part of the reason that we were in that position is because there hadn't been incremental utility rates hikes for almost a decade. So we were really playing catch-up. When I got on city council, the utility department was upside down with respect to the income coming in, which was necessary to cover utility costs and capital improvements. And we have this very aging infrastructure that you've all heard about. So we had to make a tough decision. We had many public workshops. They weren't as well attended as they are now, but we didn't have a whole lot of public input. But we had to take the information that we got from our consultant and make the best decision we could at the time. I think, I don't know if I want to say it's easy, but when you're looking at that decision and you weren't part of that decision, you can say, well, you shouldn't have done this and you shouldn't have done that. But we did the very best that we could at the time. We made that decision knowing that down the line that we would relook and reassess those utility rates if it wasn't working or if there are adjustments that needed to be made. And that's exactly what's going to be happening at the beginning of this next fiscal year. We'll be reassessing those and looking at them and making necessary adjustments. Trust me, being a former social worker, I would never want to unfairly penalize someone who is in, having problems with finances. That's who I worked with my whole life. I would never make a decision knowingly thinking that I was going to harm people like that. But when you look at sometimes those hookup fees and all of those kind of fees, and then they kind of glom them together, but sometimes they're $5 or $10, and they'll say, well, this went up 100%, but it might have gone from $10 to $20. So you have to look at all of those kinds of things. I also just want to quickly say that if you can, I think it's very important that you meet with us, call us, talk to us. There are two sides, many sides to every story. I met a man the other night at one of my greets who hadn't known me before, and he, just by telling him my name, he would not shake my hand because my name was Peggy Levitt. By the time that I had talked to him for about 15 minutes, he said, well, I don't know if you got my vote, but I can tell you're an honest woman, and I respect you talking to me. So I will always tell you the truth. I understand it. If I don't know the truth, I will find it out and get it for you. So thank you again for coming.
Once again, I want to thank all of our candidates for coming tonight and sharing their thoughts and views. I hope you guys all learned something interesting. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate you being here.